It's hard when you, I think, come from a culture that doesn't, not that they don't support it, but that it's not really talked about. You don't feel like you have that dialogue to say, well, I'm a mom, I have responsibilities, and I want to be there for my child. I want to be the one that picks him up and drops him off. So while it wasn't so much, we don't support this, that dialogue wasn't there. And at Syssero, it is, and it's very open, and it's very, hey, we all have lives outside of this wonderful company that we have responsibilities to, and we want you to be a part of your family and to be a part of your child's life, and we support that, and we support you, going and being present in those people's lives. So I think when there's just that presence of that, and when people talk about it more, you feel more comfortable being able to say, you know what, I do have this responsibility outside of work. And I will make sure that I get all my work duties done, but that I also very much need to be there for my child and my family. And that's a huge part of your life, that I feel like we have such a better atmosphere here to support that. And I didn't feel comfortable going to my manager and saying, hey, this is something that I really want to be able to do every day, and I will be on at 9:30 every day, but I can't do this 9 o'clock call, because nobody else did that. Nobody else spoke up. Nobody else said that they have those outside personal responsibilities. So, that's where you kind of just feel like, you're just in this silo, and this work is just work. And you're not anybody outside of work. You're just an employee doing a job. When my son actually finally voiced things to me, because you always just assume, kids are resilient. And especially when they're used to something, from the time that they're a very young child, they're used to their parent working and being away a lot. They think that's the norm. But then when you kind of interject yourself in their life and you see the glow and the response that you get from them, I think I had finally made it a point to be like a room mom at a Valentine's Day party or a Halloween party or something like that. And to see how excited my son got, his face, he sees me every day. But when I walked into that classroom, his face lit up. It was so cool. His mom was at school. And I was like, I want to do this every chance I can. And if I know there's places that will allow that. So I need to find that place, and I did. The flexibility is amazing. There's very rarely a time where I say I can't because I have a meeting, or I can't because of this. It's, I get to make my schedule, and that, it just trickles down into every bit of your life and your work. It just shows in your work when you have that kind of control over your day. I get to take my son to school every morning, dog in tow. We jump in the Jeep and we head to school, and we have this great morning routine where we get to talk about his day. He asks me about my day now, which I never thought would happen. And then once he's off to school, I head back home, let the dog out, and start work. I get to dictate a lot of my day, and I get to say, you know what, I'm feeling a little claustrophobic, stuck in the house. I can go head to a coffee shop and do some work there. And that kind of flexibility is amazing. And to know that you don't even have to feel bad about it. You don't even have to pretend that you're not at a coffee shop. I need to change the scenery today. Everyone's like, yeah, absolutely. Or, I'm gonna head outside for a little bit. Getting on internal calls, obviously not external calls, but internal calls with the company, and, people are sitting outside oh, it's beautiful there, you're so lucky. That's just makes you feel comfortable to be able to do that. So yeah, I get to pretty much manage my day and manage my work. And then if something comes up with, a doctor's appointment, or it's a school party, and I can go and do that, and then pick up my son later on in the afternoon, and then, yeah, I can finish my work a little bit later on in the evening. But being able to be home and cook him dinner and get him situated, and then, yeah, I can sit back down and finish, that hour of work that I needed to get to. I think the biggest thing, especially if you come from a toxic work environment, luckily for me, I think, I kind of slowly progressed into better and better work environments, but I came from a very, very toxic one as my first big girl job out of college. And it really does, it does something to your psyche. And so it's really hard to believe that something like this can exist and be out there for you. So I think I would say be vulnerable and know that this is a safe place, and that you can say all those things, and especially about your personal life and what's important to you and your responsibilities outside of work, and know that you're supported here. And you don't ever have to worry about being a human being and who you are as a person outside of work. It's very much a part of who you are here, and it's respected, and it's very, very important. to this company, who you are outside of this company. So please know that we want that. We welcome that. We want to know you're human and that you have a life outside of work, because it's going to make you who you are, and we will see the trickle down of that happiness into your work. So know that you're home and it's safe here.